I'm Jennifer Angel, executive coach and professional astrologer. Welcome to my podcast, Soul Talk. Each week, we'll be covering topics that cover mind, body, and spirit, and how you can step into your personal power place. Okay, some weeks I'm going to have some guests on it too, so it's going to be exciting. I hope you enjoy the show. Let's get started. This week's podcast is about how to empower your life. Oh no, I know that's a huge topic, but it's such an important topic about how to empower your day. Like, what do you do? First thing that you do when you get up in the morning. And, there's one thing I've learned over time, and that's like self-work, self-development work never ends. I think when I was younger, I used to do a lot of courses, and I mean, studying metaphysics like since I was 16. That's some years ago. I'm not going to sort of say how many, but trust me. And, back in those days and in my 20s and 30s and even 40s, really, now I'm giving it away. You'd go and do a course and you go, oh, that's great. And then, well, that's done. What's next? Okay. And now that I'm older and wiser, I realize that no, it's not done. It's not like what's next. I mean, so let's take that book, let's take that course, and let's just keep doing it over and over and over until we get it. Okay, because if you really want to change your life, then this is what I know for sure, is that you have to incorporate change into your life every single day. And on my weekly wisdom going out for this next week, I mean, the quote is, I can't remember it exactly, but it goes something like, your life is changing when it gets uncomfortable. And my spiritual advisor in New York City, John Mark Shaw, I always remember him saying to me, he said, listen, Jennifer, when your life gets messy, guess what? That's when your life is changing. It's so true. So really, we have to be prepared to let our lives get messy, to allow ourselves, be prepared and get ready for that, that uncomfortable feeling, where you're out of your comfort zone, and it's hard sometimes. You've got to like keep pushing through. Okay, how many times have we heard from the gurus? Never give up. Don't give up. Don't be a quitter. Just keep pushing through. Okay, so my belief is that if you can start your day, empower your day, just like every single day, just to start that off, then you're going to be in good shape, and you do that every single day. And I'm going to share my screen with you in a moment, and hopefully I haven't got too much background stuff going on there. But here we are, they empower your day. You want to pay attention to your energy, like what is happening. When you just get up in the morning and then you just go about your day and you're doing everything the same. I mean, that's that cliche quote that says, you do the same thing every day, you're going to get the same result. Well, guess what? It turns out that that's true. Okay, so you want to like watch your energy, like what's happening, how do you feel? Because here's another sort of cliche: everything starts from within. Yeah, how many times you've heard that? Probably it's almost as many as I have. Well, guess what? It turns out that that's also true. Okay, so I like to work on a principle of mind, body, spirit. I mean, I remember years and years ago in Australia, we used to go along and I used to participate in these mind, body, spirit festivals back in the old days. I'm sure they still have them, and of course now everything's online, so everything was digitized online, and then COVID came. Thank you, COVID. Now everything's online. It's so easy for us. You don't even have to get out of your your home. You can stay in your jammies if you want, So what you do that first thing when you get up in the morning is really important. And, if you're like me, if you don't get it done in the morning, because I am a little bit of a self-confessed workaholic, I am an astrologer, professional astrologer, and I am a Capricorn, and, we love to work as Capricorns. So, and when you grew up in a family like I did, who, worked 7 days a week, my mom and dad both worked 7 days a week, then you grow up with that mentality. I don't really like to work 7 days a week. I have a ruling that I try not to, or not to get on the computer on Sundays. So Sunday is my day, my it's my God day for connection within myself. Of course, every day is a God day, but that's the day that I really just give to myself. And I would encourage you to do the same if you can't get that full day, because life gets busy. You've got, some people have kids, work, and multiple jobs, and a partner or not, and life just gets busy. So the main thing is you want to try to find somewhere in your day which is you time, just time for you. And guess what? If you have to get up earlier in the morning to do that, then that's what you do. And that's what you make that commitment to do. And you might just, I'm going to go through my mind, body, spirit empowerment day, which is really what I do. And sometimes it's, if you're not doing any of this, then don't try to do it all at once. Try to get it into place, like one thing at a time. So choose one thing and then put that into place. And once you got that into place, you got a repetition of it. It becomes a habit. You're loving it. You're enjoying it. You can see the benefit of it. Then you select the next item that you think is going to be good to fit into your program. Okay, so we're going to start with these are my energy shifters. Okay, my favorite energy shifters. So we're going to start off with the spirit. All right, I'm a big believer in meditation. I meditate every day. Sometimes not as long as I would like, but every single day I do some form of meditation. Okay, but in this modern world, I mean, you can see the photo here. If you're lucky enough to have an outlook like that, then, what's your address? I'm going to come and meditate with you. Okay, but most of us don't have that. But here's the thing. You don't have to sit on the mountain in the Himalayas and that, the challenge of meditation is to do it, to fit it into your day, no matter what your day looks like. Okay, now there's all sorts of forms of meditation. I mean, when I was younger, I studied many different forms of meditation. The one that I remember the most is being the most challenging but the most rewarding. That's the way it goes, right? Was the open eye meditation. And I loved that. And I always remember going into this class, and I think we covered about 5 meditations over 6 weeks or so. And so this week, and the instructor said to us, okay, now you and you are together, you and you are together. You're going to sit there and look into each other's eyes for 60 minutes. We went, all right, in your dreams, that ain't happening. And you know what? We did. It was the most amazing feeling. And, then I started going to a Buddhist temple that was close by, and I started to do mandala meditations and look at, open eye looking into mandala. And so, that's one way. It's very powerful. I probably wouldn't start with that, but, you can do a walking meditation. The thing about meditation is that it's you time. It's solo time. I mean, I know when I was about 19, I sat in a meditation circle. And that was back in the days where you had closed circles because you wanted to build the energy with the group. I don't know whether they still do that. Yeah, that was powerful. But really, the point of the meditation now for me is it's you time, it's solo time. You want to get like a space in your home that you can put aside just to do that. Okay. And if you can't, do it without interruptions or, noise, I like a guided meditation as well. It sort of keeps you on a track. There's a number of people that I love for that. I'm a big Joe Dispenza fan. In fact, if you really want to know what happens to your brain when you meditate, then go and watch some of his videos, and it's very interesting, okay, to say the least. And plus, if you're like a Virgo or somebody who likes to have a little more knowledge, then you want to do that. You want to see, like, actually, how does it affect you? And what does happen to the brain? I'm not going to go in to talk about it because, he's a neuroscientist and he really knows what he's talking about, but I believe it. The other thing is breathing. Sometimes we don't have the time to actually do the meditation, then we can just sit quietly and do some breathing. So again, the breathing just keeps you in balance. So you go in through your mouth, hold it, 1, 2, 3, and then or in through your nostrils rather. Hold it, 1, 2, 3, out. And so that's very powerful as well. I'm going to have somebody on and interview them just about breathing because we just take that for granted, but it's so centering and so balancing and so empowering if we make it a conscious part of our day. All right. And, there's a rapid relaxation process that I have as well, which is another, let's say, quick way to do, just a centering exercise. And that combines light. Okay, so imagine like as you're breathing, the lights coming in, and then imagine a color. It doesn't matter what color, whatever color comes through for you at the time. The same color might come through all the time. Depending on your mood, you could get a different color. And then just silence your mind and take stock of what's going on. How do you feel? Was you shifting? Is your energy shifting? Can you feel the energy? If you're thinking about, a lot of people say, oh, I can't meditate. I've got that monkey brain sort of going on. And so, is it from noise outside that's interrupting, or is it noise inside? So I like to do a little trick where it's like, okay, thank you. Yes, I did forget to do that. Thank you for the reminder. Please go back and file in my mind, and then come when we're finished, then please come back so I can jot that down, and so nothing falls through the cracks. So if you do that, then, and you get in the habit of doing that, those thoughts will come back to you later, okay? How long to meditate? Like talk to Joe Dispenza, he'll say an hour or longer, and that is great. Do we always have that time to do that? No, I don't even have that time to do that. Rarely, maybe on my Sunday, my day, but 20, 40 minutes is great. There's lots of guided meditations out there, which are really good. You just got to find someone who you resonate with. But even if you can do like 5 to 10 minutes or just a 2-minute breathing exercise with the light and color coming through, and perhaps some soft music in the background, then that's good too, right? So build up to it. Then the other thing is to do like a daily gratitude exercise. Do you know what gratitude I heard the other day? can't remember who actually said this, but gratitude is the same vibrational energy as success. Because when you get into that like state of gratitude, and if you do that after, I like to do my gratitude exercises in the journal, and I like to do it after my meditation because, then my mind is calm and I'm connecting then through, what I want to achieve in my life, visualizing where I see myself, visualizing how it's coming together. Um, and that's when I like to do my gratitude exercise. So get a journal and just write it down. So yeah, that's a really, really powerful. If you can say it out loud and write it down, it's a powerful process. The attitude of gratitude. And so, and you can say it is, I'm grateful for, include the person, the situation, or yourself in my life. Thank you. Okay. All right, so let's go on to the next stage, which is all about the mind. And here we go, talking about journaling. And this is a PDF that I have, which is downloadable on my website as well. Okay. So, so you want to keep a journal next to the bed, if you like, or I have all my journals, sort of different journals for different sort of areas of life and projects that I'm working on. Probably too many actually, but one journal is probably enough. You don't have to get sort of excessive like me with your journals. And so directly after that meditation process, just write down. You've got your gratitude, and then you also just to write down what comes to your mind. Don't analyze it, okay? Just like write it down. How did that meditation feel? Or how did that breathing exercise feel? When you analyze it too much, you then start to alter it. You don't get like the inspired thought. If you just write down how it comes, and then that's your inner self and your inspired thought. When you start to like analyze it and go, oh, that's not possible, or how could that happen, or no, I'd have to change that. No, don't do that. Okay. You want to notice any negative thoughts that come through, or any any heavy type of feelings. Okay. And just like it's noticing. And Mary Morrissey does this the best. She says, the first step is just to notice. Until you can notice what's going on, in your inner self, your mind, body, and spirit, what's going on, until you can notice it, how can you do anything about it? You can't. So that first step is noticing, okay? There is a thing called subliminal releasing, and, I'll have a guest in on that one day as well. That's really, really very interesting and effective. So you want to find an affirmation that works for you as well, okay? So there's 3 things here in the journal. 1 is your gratitude. 2 is just writing and journaling what just comes through organically without interrupting it and going into editing it. And then the 3rd one is affirmations. I love affirmations. I'm a big affirmation person. And every day when I come out of my meditation, I write down my goals and I write down my affirmations. I already have them written down, but then I say them out loud and I actually write them in a journal. Okay. So here are some of my favorite affirmations. Like, things are always working out for me. I think that's in a Louise Hay. And if you just go on to Louise Hay's site, she has, even though she's not on, living in this dimension anymore, she has a lot of great affirmations. She was like the queen of affirmations, I think. So yeah, you can find something that, feels good to you, resonates with you. I naturally attract abundance and good fortune. I activate the vibration of love and abundance in my life. I am so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continual basis. That one, I got from Bob Proctor, bless his heart. He's also in spirit as well, but of course he still has his business going, and Sandy Gallagher's there and the team, and so there's certainly they do some great work on this level as well. And probably my most favorite, I give myself permission to prosper and grow. Okay. All right, so next we're going into the body, mind, body, spirit. That's what it's all about. That's what it's always been about. And if you can master just some of these processes when you get up in the morning, then you're going to start the day feeling much more empowered than not doing them, believe me. Okay, so as soon as you wake up, it's good to have a glass of water. Have a glass of water near you. Always stay hydrated. If you're feeling tired during the day, guess what? Have some water. You know, I mean, our skin gets tired when we're not hydrated. Excuse me. We get tired, our skin looks tired. So first of all, have that water. Then you want to move on to some movement, and in the process I would do it in this order: the spirit, the meditation, straight away. Don't even have a cup of coffee, don't hop in the shower. And then your mind work, the journaling comes directly after that. And then guess what? You're up, getting ready, you feel fantastic. And now we're working on the body. So you want to do some movement, whatever that movement is. If you've got time to get up and go to the gym or go for a walk, that's great. But, if you don't, there's some things that you can just do at home by yourself as well. I have one of those little power plates, just bought it from Amazon. It wasn't very much. It was, $30-$40 or so, I think. And some hand weights. And so, yeah, I mean, whatever it is, you might sort of get like a little exercise mat and do that, or do some yoga or some Pilates at home. And you know what? There's all sorts of, I have that Nike app as well, which is a free app. And it's all sorts of things on TV, like little 10-minute sessions that you can do. So you want to do some type of movement just to get your body going, or maybe just some arms or some Tai Chi. I've done Tai Chi a number of times during my life. It's such a beautiful, calming sort of exercise and methodology and so on. And of course, when I had my little dog, if you've been following me for a while, you remember my little Yogi. He did die a couple of years ago, my little baby. And dogs are great because you had to get up and take them out for a walk, and even though it sort of might be a bit of a stroll rather than a full cardio exercise, still moving the body, is still getting the energy going. Okay, it's still getting those endorphins sort of going. And the other thing, when I was in Australia for a while, I was lucky enough to live just right down near Woolloomooloo Wharf, and there was a 30-minute walk around the harbour and botanical gardens and around the opera house. And I had a buddy, we used to get up like at 5 a.m. or something ridiculous, and we do this walk, half an hour there, half an hour back, and it was just gorgeous. Believe me, without her standing out in the front of my building at 5 a.m., there's no way I would be getting up to do that at that hour. So yeah, exercise of the body, it's really, really powerful. When you don't want to let someone down, you sort of help to keep each other accountable. Accountability is a great thing. And if you're in a position to have a coach like myself, then coaches keep you accountable as well. So yeah, that's something to think about. All right, but you want to make sure it fits easily into your schedule. Okay, so it's easy to do. So get a couple of things that you can do that with. Then you want to check your diet. What are you putting in your body? I'm a big diet diary, like food diary a person. And because, you know, here's the thing, if you're really in touch with your body, it will tell you if it doesn't like something. You know, I'm not good with dairy, it makes me cough, you know. And so guess what? I mean, I used to have it every now and again. I would cough, and it's like, you know, over the COVID time, I decided that I was not going to have anything that I knew that my body didn't like, because I wanted to keep my immunity as strong as possible. And now, of course, that's stuck. You know, I don't have it as a treat. And of course, there's so many things like almond milk and whatever on the market now, but whatever it is, if you pay attention to your body, because here's the thing, you can go to the pharmacy and, you know, get some relief on just about anything, but it's still there, right? It's still there. So while you're, you know, if you can listen to your body, it, as I said, it will tell you what it likes, what it doesn't like. And then you can start to do some food diaries. Okay, I felt really tired here. That gave me indigestion. Or, you know, whatever. You write that down. What did I have to eat? And then you'll get like a pattern. Okay. So listen and obey, right? So yeah, so you want to start the day off, right? Start it off with the food and beverages that you know your body likes, and the food and beverages that balance your body, that makes you feel good, not weighs you down, not makes you feel sluggish, you know. All right, so now that you decided, or once you decide on what your morning program is, and as I said, if you're not doing any of this, then don't try to do it all at once. Do one thing at a time. And you know, and then, as I said, if you're in a position to hire a coach, whether it's me or someone else, go ahead and do that. Even if you do it for 3 months, just to get you on track. Okay. So once you do that, you want to do a timing plan. Like, how does all this fit into your day? What time to do everything that you want to do? What time do you need to get up? How long are you going to allow for your energy work? How long are you going to allow for your meditation and your journaling? How long are you going to allow for your movement? It might just be 10 minutes. It might just be 10 minutes for each. Okay, that's okay. I mean, you want to try to build on that to do, you know, that my energy work in the morning is an hour to 2 hours, depending on what's going on in my day. So you want to work out. Maybe you have two sort of systems like mine. If I've got the time, I do the whole 2 hours. If my day is starting early with business meetings or consultations, then I have like a mini, more of a mini morning empowerment session. So, you know, whatever you need to do to stay on track with your mind, body, spirit connection, then that's what you do. But make a plan it out, make a commitment. And once again, don't take on too much. Okay. When you take on too much, then you can get overwhelmed. It all sort of feels like it comes down on you. And so what happens then? You do nothing. All right. All right. So you go along to jenniferangel.com. There's a lot you can download this report, access a podcast, and you know, good luck to you and to your health and your well-being. I hope you enjoyed the podcast, and I look forward to connecting with you many times again in the future. All right. Bye for now. Thanks for watching my Soul Talk podcast. For more information on my consultations or programs, you can get that from jenniferangel.com. And I look forward to seeing you next week. In the meantime, I hope you have an amazing week and something fantastic comes through for you. Bye for now.